Hello, everyone. Welcome to Backyard Musings, broadcasting live from Apple Valley. I'm Steve.
I'm Scott.
Interesting segment today. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Is the government covering up UFO discoveries? Is alien life visiting the Earth? Congressional leaders continue to pay serious heed to the possibility that not only are unexplained objects violating U.S. airspace, but that the military has spent decades covertly recovering the craft to bolster its own technology. Do you remember we reported Langley, those objects that came, that we found out that they were Chinese drones, spying? Remember that? So this would
Yes.
fall under the unexplained UFO until it's identified, right?
Okay.
Okay. But here they're talking about recovering craft. On Wednesday, a new slate of witnesses provided fresh testimony on precisely three concerns during a joint hearing by subcommittees of the House Oversight Committee. The hearing, which surpassed 2 hours, that's a lot of talking, a lot of questioning, represented Congress's latest delve into the topic of UFOs following another round of testimony in July 2023. The hearing's title, Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, which is now being called UAP. Exposing the truth. Want to know more?
And I say,
Oh, yeah.
So the UAP acronym is the official term the government now uses to refer to the unexplained phenomena, arguing it is less loaded and stigmatized than UFO.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Okay. But it also accounts for the fact that, as witnesses reinforced on Wednesday, many sightings are objects in the water. Interesting. Legislators have spent the past year pushing for new laws that would boost UAP transparency, with one seeking to create a civilian reporting mechanism.
More bloated government.
Yeah. And one directing the executive branch to declassify certain records. That could happen this term, right?
Yeah.
I think we're going to see that in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But elected officials and UAP transparency advocates say it's not enough. In her opening remarks, Nancy Mace, who's a bulldog.
She's a bulldog.
She is.
Tenacious.
Republican from South Carolina, laid out just why another hearing was needed to call upon transparency from the executive branch and intelligence agencies that have long been guarded about classified UFO information.
I don't think we still know what happened at Roswell. It's like balloon, weather balloon.
Yeah.
They probably pulled
stuff.
recovered a lot of craft from that site. Huh. Anyways, I don't know.
And why are they apprehensive about?
If there's something out there, just let us know.
Yeah, what's the deal? Why does it have to be
all secret?
Such a big secretive thing.
Like it's a military secret we don't want China to know, or Russia, or because of the technology.
Yeah, you'd think that everybody would want to know, right? We're kind of all on this world together. Not to sound like a
kumbaya.
Yeah, I'm not into that, but at the same time, I mean that's kind of a unique situation, right? We need to know if there's.
I think so.
Out there.
I think so. Of the Department of Defense and its Pentagon headquarters, Mace said the organization's reputation for secrecy is not a track record that instills trust among the public. She goes right to the point, man. Quote, the reality is, despite their enormous taxpayer-funded budget, the transparency of the Defense Department and the intelligence community have long been abysmal, Mace said. Bulldog, man. You want her on your side.
Absolutely.
Glenn Grothman, who's a Republican from Wisconsin, whose subcommittee held the hearing along with Mace's, had this to add, quote, we cannot shy away from the unknown when the stakes are so high. Want to know more? Here's a look at some of the most compelling testimony that each of the four witnesses provided. I think I provided 3 testimonies. Short enough.
Okay, so Timothy Gallaudet, an American oceanographer who was once the acting administrator of the NOAA.
Big.
Yeah. So said he got his firsthand confirmation that UAP were real in 2015 when working for the U.S. Navy. Go Army, beat Navy.
Yeah, go Army, beat Navy.
Okay. During a training exercise that year taking place off the East Coast. Gallaudet described an email he received when he was serving as the U.S. Navy's chief meteorologist. The email warned about a multiple near mid-air collisions.
Swarms. Sounds like swarms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And attached a now declassified video of a UAP captured by Navy FA-18 aircraft.
Okay, so capture, that's just a picture. It doesn't mean they took it into possession.
Right. Well,
Okay.
Probably too fast to do that, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
These things are, the video that I've seen, these things are traveling.
Yeah.
And they're moving. So Gallaudet, retired Rear Admiral in the U.S. Navy, testified it was clear that the intent of the email was to ask if anyone was aware of the classified technology demonstrations taking place. But the next day, he said the email disappeared from his account with no explanation. Well, that's
whoopses.
That's kind of Twilight Zone stuff.
I was reading that yesterday. What happened to that email? Where? I can't find it. He probably spent 30 minutes looking for it.
Yeah, probably. What is it? Who had those emails that disappeared?
That was
Hillary.
Hillary. Yeah.
Right. Gallaudet described described a disinformation campaign amongst high levels of the government. That could have never happened,
No.
including the Pentagon's Office to Investigate UFOs, to discredit reports and the whistleblowers who make them. That office, the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO, issued a report in March saying it has found no evidence that UAP are extraterrestrials. Really?
Okay, so no bodies, and they haven't cracked open the technology yet, I guess.
So Gallaudet also testified about satellite imagery of UAP captured in 2017 that has not yet been shared with Congress. He declined to divulge where the image was taken, but when questioned, described it as a disc-shaped object.
So the satellite. So was it taken in space, or was it looking down towards the Earth? I guess you could tell if it's a disc, like if you're overhead.
Well, if it hasn't been shared with Congress, we may never know, right?
The truth's out there, though. I can assure you that.
Yeah. So pressed about what he thinks the objects that have been observed could be, Gallaudet said, non-human, higher intelligence.
Boom!
So that's putting it out there.
Yeah. Higher intelligence, sentient. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
When former Pentagon official humans are pretty. We're right?
Non-human on CNN, MSNBC.
I could be Cylon. Could be. I could be like.
Are you
programmed like?
You're not, are you?
Like a deep age. I don't know.
You're a pretty smart guy. Does that explain it?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Huh. When former Pentagon intelligence official David Grush testified in 2023, what he had to say under oath set off a firestorm. You got to hear this. Among Grush's claims, offered without evidence, okay, that's the firestorm, were of an alleged shadowy, multi-decade Pentagon program to retrieve and study not only downstate spacecraft, but extraterrestrial pilots, partially documented on the X-Files, right? Remember that Las Vegas? That incident where the people were there was a commotion in the backyard. They went out and they saw like some shadowy figure cloaked.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a few years ago, right?
Yeah, probably could be 2 years. Yeah.
I
think we did a segment on that. We did. Grush also accused the Pentagon under oath of being aware of extraterrestrial activity since the 1930s and hiding the program from Congress while misappropriating funds to operate it. Ooh, that's an accusation right there. Somebody could get upset with that. Though congressional leaders said they have not substantiated those claims, one witness Wednesday did corroborate much of what Grush said. So probably Buddy's talking.
Okay. So Luis Elizondo, a former Elizondo. Okay, sorry about that. Luis Elizondo, a former military intelligence officer who resigned and went public in the October 2017 after 10 years of running a Pentagon program to investigate UFO sightings. Yeah. Still made it clear that much of his work remains classified, constraining how much he could say. These guys, man. Why
are they keeping it covered up?
Yeah, why are they doing that? I don't know. In his opening remarks, Elizondo lambasted the intelligence community for its decades of excessive secrecy around UAP reports, all to to hide the fact that we are not alone in the cosmos. Again, these are all quotes. I believe we as Americans can handle the truth, and I also believe the world deserves the truth, he said. Elizondo's concerns relate to national security, resting on the fact that much of the reported UAP activity has been around military bases and nuclear weapon sites. Well, that explains a lot, right? They're checking us out.
Yeah.
He also claimed that, and by possibly backyards in Apple Valley.
What?
You never know. He also claimed that the U.S. is in possession of UAP technology, as are some of its adversaries. If this was again, I quote, if this was an adversarial technology, this would be an intelligence failure eclipsing that of 9/11 by an order of magnitude.
Yeah.
Adding that, as Grush claimed, many of the government's UAP programs operate without proper congressional oversight.
And as many as testified before, Elizondo reiterated that the objects observed had often outmaneuvered U.S. military aircraft and were flying in ways beyond the capabilities of known human technology, like the lights that. In fact, he alluded to one secure email he observed that used the word stalked.
So the government is sitting on a trove of UAP imagery.
Yeah, they are.
You know, I mean, put it
that
out
hasn't
there.
been released. We've only seen like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, why are they holding us back? So NSA was called upon to invest in UAP research.
No, NASA.
NASA. What did I say? NSA?
Yeah. Probably NSA's
NASA.
Involved too.
NASA was called upon to invest in
I mean,
UAP
because if
research.
it's from outer space, why not get NASA involved, right?
Yeah.
The truth's out there.
Yeah.
Want to know more? This is crazy. I mean, I think there's something going on. I don't know what. I mean, is it foreign adversaries that have this technology?
So you said back in the 1930s, I heard that there was some kind of a craft or something that had been turned over by Mussolini to the U.S. government. I mean, that was on, I read that on some kind of a background for this Grush guy. So, yeah, so it's going back. And I mean, we didn't have a very good relationship with them back then, but somehow
I reckon not.
That. Why are they keeping this so secretive? They think people are going to freak out. I think as they open up these secrets, more and more people are going to freak out about it. So, you know,
wish we knew more. I mean,
yeah, really.
Why are they holding it back? I don't know.
Maybe this 4 years will come clean.
Yeah.
We'll see. Anyway.
All right, folks. The truth is out there. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yep. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.